isolated, alone, terrified, damaged, empty, guilty, invincible, angry, desperate. Every one of you felt or is going to feel these emotions one day. These emotions are the display of the turmoil the death of the loved ones brings into our life. Death is present every day, every moment, every second. While I'm talking right now, one person dies, and many others are grieving. Despite this fact, for modern people, death is a taboo subject. It is said that for family members, friends, and relatives, deaths caused by the plane accidents are the hardest to recover from due to the nature of death, sudden, violent, and to the impact of the victims' bodies. There isn't a corpse, so death feels like a disappearing. In 1988, the scheduled Pan Am Flight 103 from Frankfurt to Detroit via London and New York was destroyed by a bomb, killing all 259 people on board, out of which 16 were crew members. The way she died was awful. She was going to New York to buy Christmas presents. I was in Brussels and I was called by my motto by my youngest sister. I was able to watch it at the BBC. The family has never got over her death. My father was devastated and he died 8 years later. It broke my heart to lose 2 dear friends on that flight. To this day, I cannot look at the pictures of what happened. I'm still in shock after all these years. This is what Christmas is for us right now. Happiness tinged with sorrow and pain. I can't stand to hear Christmas carols anymore. I dream that the plane is coming apart and I can see the bodies falling out. What can we do for the families who are experiencing grief? Let's look to the families of Pan Am Flight 103. The family said that they found their greatest consolation in each other. It's like we've known each other for years. Our friends and neighbors try to understand, but there's no one who can really understand except another family who went through this. There is a bond between us. We have run some large phone bills, but we don't care. We want to talk and comfort each other. We're still trying to get over this day by day. We trust one another as we don't trust anybody else. We can laugh, cry, scream if we want. All is understood and accepted. On 5th of June, years back, my colleague, my partner, my confidant, my classmate, my best friend, and my future husband died in a plane accident. How does one know death prior to knowing life? How does one kiss the loved one in the morning and put him in the grave at night? My smiles were replaced by tears, and my happiness with a deep, agonizing pain. Nothing prepared me for what destiny put me through. Or at least, this is what I believed at that time. Mishu, as he was known, was a triple national champion in aerobatics, an instructor with more than 1,000 flying hours, the leader of Oxford Romania aerobatic team, and the youngest Clinchen aerodrome manager. As a teenager, I was involved in many activities. I was a swimmer, a gymnast, a handball player. I was a vice president of the Julia Hajdu Student Council. I was selected in the national skydiving team. All these activities gave me the mental strength in order for me to accept the grieving process. What I once analyzed as a case study for trauma and communication during stressful moments became my reality. In this reality, my world was smaller and smaller. Along with Mishu's death, I disappeared as well. I was broken in so many pieces, and I didn't know how to piece myself back together. I am here to share with you my own path in grief and to challenge you to look to the death of your loved one as an opportunity to express your immense affection you carry on for your loved one. As a child, I did not learn and I was never explained the notion of death. Death and grieving were never brought into our family's discussion. Have you had these discussions in your family or at school? How does our society assist us in bringing awareness about death and grieving? The latest studies suggest that an increase in awareness increases the resilience and the coping mechanism in face of a highly stressful event like death and grieving. Are we equipped with the mental strength and skills to overcome grieving? Coming back to the grieving process started after my fiancé passed away in a plane accident. One of the hardest moments I had to endure was not only that my heart was broken by the loss and my mental world turned upside down. I had to face the insensitive comments. Get over it. You are going to be fine, you are a young lady. Stop going to the cemetery, it's not healthy for you. You are going to be fine. These were the comments from the family and friends, the emotional support group. I was even told, why are you making such a big fuss? It could have been worse. In grief, I found 3 behavioral reactions. Those who thought that they know better than me what was good for me. Those who did not know what to say, so they remained silent. And those who offer love and understanding, comfort and support. Why do people want to fix us instead of listening to us? Do you try to fix other people? Do you try to be a hero in their life? Who do you want to save them or protect them from? Who is the aggressor? There is always something to do for a family or a friend who is experiencing grief. When Mishus died, I did not have clothes, black clothes. In Romanian society, mourning comes with specific dress code. Black clothes represents respect and sorrow. The simple thought that I don't have black clothes created a deep mental pain. As a friend or a family member, you can ease a little bit the pain by buying clothes. Or you can accompany the family members from cemetery to their house. In this way, you can ease the pain of calling for a taxi or the stress for driving. Or you can take some flowers from your garden and put them at the cemetery. Or you can pay some bills. Who is thinking about bills when your loved one is in grave? there are so many things people can do for a family or a friend who is experiencing grief. The easiest way is just to listen or to ask, "Tell me more about your loss." The best one is to offer love and understanding, empathy and comfort. For those of you who are experiencing grief in this moment, the necessary step not to be frozen in time or caught in quiet desperation without joy and happiness is to accept death, accept pain, accept grieving, accept death as normal for our physical body. Mishu's bodies died, but his love remained. My love to him remained. Our memories remain. His presence is alive, and he is living in all those hearts who met him. If you or your friend or family member are going through a grieving process, ask yourself, if I would die tomorrow, would I want to be forgotten? Would I want my memory to be covered in silence? Or would I want my children to talk about me and my friends to celebrate my memory? In Mishu's honor, his photo is painted on Hawks of Romania aircraft 330's tail. In Mishu's honor, and as an expression of my love towards him, I got involved in aviation. And I tried to understand the world he lived in from the inside. As Mishu was characterized by many people as being kind and generous, and he got involved in charities, I tried to be kind and generous. From my personal experience, I learned that only physical body dies. Death does not kill the attachments or the love. Death does not kill love. Love is more powerful than death. Only through love we can raise up. Love made me who I am today. Thank you.